Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Love and Light Show, where your special guest is Ron Schaefer from Simply Intuitive, and I'm super excited for this episode where we're going to talk about the truth about wholeness. So this is definitely an awesome episode for us to start our 2019 energy in and get super excited for everything that we're creating into 2019. So we're going to talk about how you can let go of your plan, how you can ask for guidance and your spiritual destiny, how we can practically apply it, and all kinds of really awesome stuff, including a beautiful guided meditation at the end, which I'm super excited for. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely feel free to share and invite your friends. Let us know as you're popping on live or say hi as you're catching the replay so we can know that you're here with us and joining us on this beautiful episode. And I'm Laura McPhee. I'm a joyful goddess. So I'm a speaker, healer, and a life coach. And I love empowering women to get to their dream happy lives and really let go of the negative voice in their head that says, I'm not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough or whatever enough, that we can let go and release those things, those limiting beliefs, those subconscious blocks, all that stuff that's holding us back so we can move forward and truly be that version of ourselves that we want to show up in the world, be happy and healthy and fulfilled, and be that change that we want to see in the world. And that beautifully connects into the Love and Light Show, where you can literally every single week on Monday at 1 Atlantic, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific, show up and do that work so you can be the change that you want to see in the world and connect with different light workers and healers and coaches and amazing heart-centered entrepreneurs who are here to help and support you live a better life, for you to get different tips and tricks and tools and insights that will support you on your healing journey so that you can truly be that highest and best version of yourself that you want to be. So thank you so much for being our beautiful guest today, Ron. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I
Awesome.
am honored and privileged to be here with you.
Yes, and this is your second time on, so I'm super excited that Ron's on again. He's a beautiful soul. I loved him from the first video that I saw him in. He's a beautiful miracle mindset coach, so he uses information from his studies in the Course in Miracles, along with his incredible intuition and very numerous gifts that I'm sure he'll go into, that have just been incredible. And I worked with him earlier this year on a forgiveness workshop, and that was really in depth for hours and hours, and it was incredible and life-changing, and you're just the beautiful ray of sunshine in so many people's lives. And it was transformational work that I've done with Ron. So I highly encourage you to check him out. Definitely after the show, if you haven't already, you'll get so much awesome content and value from him here. And definitely say hi as you're popping on live, guys. So Deanne, hope you're having an awesome day.
Hey, Miss Deanne. Thanks for
Yay.
joining. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. And we have 5 other people on live, guys. So let us know as you're popping on. We can't see you. It's the Be Live platform. So you have to say hi for us to know that you're here when we're on live. So definitely say hi. And I'm going to let Ron take it away and start to tell us how we can let go of our plan and get even
Yes.
closer to what we should be doing.
Yes. So we all have plans. We all have agendas on what we think we should do, how we think we should do things. And the most beautiful thing is there is a part of you that actually does know how to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. There's another part of you that loves to chime in and say, no, this is what you should be doing. This is how you should be doing it. And it
Mm-hmm.
all has to deal with the world and how, you perceive the world. So, it tells you, well, you better go out there and you best be making $1 million.
Yep.
You better have $1 million home. You better have a Ferrari. You better have this job, this, and this. A whole
Mm-hmm.
lot of this. And that other part of you gets drowned out by what we're going to refer to as the ego. The ego drowns out spirit, not because spirit is weak, not because spirit isn't, powerful, but because spirit respects your free will choice to either listen to the loud voice that speaks first and speaks loudest, or to listen to the small, still voice within. Always your choice. And so, when it comes to the ego's plan, the ego just wants you to achieve in the world. And what we have to realize is that yes, we are in the world, but we are not of the world. We have a much higher calling, a much higher plan, but we have to be willing to let go of what the ego says we have to do and
Mm-hmm.
move into what spirit tells us we are perfectly capable of. And that's what I want to just express to everyone. You are capable of so much more than you believe. And
Mhm.
that's where it all comes down to. It is your belief in yourself that will really tell you, yes, I can do this, or no, I can't. So we have to let go of that old mask.
Yeah.
Each and every one of us holds a mask up to our face and says, oh, this is who I am. Here you go.
Mhm.
And we have to remember that's not the truth of who we are. There's that concept within spiritual or within just the new year that we're in right now. Everyone
Yep.
says, new year, new me. I say, throw that away. Throw that attitude away, because when you
Mhm.
say new year, new me, what you're actually doing, you're just creating another layer of the mask. Why
Mhm.
do that? Why continue to try to create another you? There is already one within you that is perfect. We have
Yeah.
to release each and every mask, the mother, the sister, the daughter, the father, the brother, the entrepreneur,
Mhm.
the way shower, the miracle worker, all of those things. Release them all, because you have one and one identity alone. You are divine spirit. That is your identity. That is your truth. But it's when you have another plan about, well, this is how I can express that. And that may be a
Mhm.
wonderful way of expressing it, but it may not be the level 10 that the divine has for you. See, when I first started getting into the Course in Miracles, it was always talking about give everything to the divine, give it all away. And I was like, I mean, I don't want to go build churches in Guatemala. Like, that's not my thing. I do not want to go do that. These hands are, they're not for that. Like, I do not, and I don't have the
Yep.
physical strength for it. I was like, I don't want to do that. And,
Mhm.
I said, but I'm going to give my life to the divine. Let's see what happens. And I gave my life to
Mhm.
the divine. And in doing so, what actually happened was I get to do this. I get to
Yes.
do what I love, which is talking
Mhm.
to people, helping people to see that there is a different way to look at the world, and really
Mhm.
getting the message out there that you are already whole, pure, and perfect onto yourself. You are complete. You
Yes.
need nothing else. You don't need a job, necessarily to tell you that you're good enough, because you already are good enough. Your worth is not based on this world. This world
Mhm.
is a dream. It is an illusion. It is called samsara. It is called the great illusion, the great dream, because that's what it is.
Mhm.
It's not the truth. You are already, within you lies the perfect whole perfect you. It's just these layers of, what we believe about ourselves and what we have been taught to believe about ourselves that is blocking that light from fully coming out, because the ego cannot destroy the light. Now, it can, of course, hinder the expression of that light, but it
Mhm.
cannot block it. And that is so integral and so key to remember, that
Mhm.
that light within you is always there, will always be there, and can never, ever, ever, no matter what anyone says about you, does to this physical vessel, that light will never, ever change. Ever. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's why we are created. And I mentioned this morning on my Miracle Mindset Monday, and this may, come as a shock to some people. It may not to some others. But we do not create our reality. What we do is we do see the projection of our thought. It's a
Mhm.
totally different thing, because to make something, you can make a pot out of clay. You can then crush that clay and make another one. But
Mhm.
when you create something, that is when it is whole, pure, perfect, and eternal. So is anything that you have created, in that you say that I've created this reality, is anything here whole, pure, perfect, and never changing? No. This whole world is about change. It
Yep.
changes constantly. So we're not creating reality, we're making it, because reality is a constant. It is the truth of who you are. Within the context of the Course and within the context of the Bible, it says, you are the kingdom. There you go. There's the answer.
Mhm.
You are everything. everything. What do you possibly need? Because you are everything. The only thing that we need is to remember we have never been separated from our source. We think we are. You know, you all may think, okay, well, Ron's over there. He's in a male body. Laura's over there. She's in a female body. I'm in a female body. I'm in a male body. I'm in a body I don't even know, you know, type thing. And yet we have to remember this is a vessel that the ego created to make us believe that we are separate from the divine. Our whole state is whole and pure and perfect and one. One. There's not stages of oneness. There's one side to oneness.
Yeah.
There's not two sides. There's not five sides. One, there's one. So we have to release, let go, heal, whatever terminology you want to use to reveal that light. And, you know, part of that is really about letting go of those masks that you wear. And today is such a perfect opportunity to do so because we are coming into the new year. And so what I invited people to do on my Miracle Mindset, which if you guys want to check out the full broadcast, you just go over to www.facebook.com/Simply Intuitive, all one word. And it says 2018-2019 Miracle Mindset Monday.
Awesome.
And I've invited you all to write down your story for this year. Like, what's been your story? Because we all have one. Let's be honest. We all have a story.
Lots of stories.
Exactly. You know, who's hurt us? What's hurt us? Who's been nice to us? Who's been mean to us? What situations have served us? What situations haven't? But once again, those are all based on the interpretation of the ego. Because in the Course it says, all things work together for good, except in the ego's purview. The ego sees everything as falling apart. Let's say, you know, you had a marriage and the marriage fell apart. And you're like, oh my gosh, the whole marriage fell apart. This is the worst thing ever. Maybe it's not the worst thing ever. Maybe this is your opportunity to, number one, work on yourself, realize that you lost yourself in the relationship, which is why the relationship ended. And now you can fully flourish, you know, or maybe you saw yourself as unsupported in, you know, your business. And you actually had you know, you were like, I'm so unsupported, but yet you didn't see all the support that was actually coming for you, with people supporting you, you know, when they could, how they could, in whatever way they could. So you were perfectly supported. You just didn't see it because who was the one in charge of the mind at that time? The ego. And it sees separation. I'm alone. No one loves me. That's what it does. It's yourself. Marianne Williamson describes it the best when she says, your ego is your self-love parading, or your self-hate parading around like your self-love. Because that's what it does. It just parades around. It's just like, oh yeah, I love you. I'm doing this for your good. No, it's not doing it for your good. It's doing it to keep itself in existence. Because the only reason the ego exists, ego is not a fact. It is an idea. We are feeding that idea with our attention. The more attention you give to it, the bigger and bigger and bigger it becomes, the more and more powerful it seems to be. It's not. It just seems that way at the time. And so, you know, you write down your story for this year of all the people you think hurt you, of all the situations you think were terrible, of all, you know, just everything. You just write it all down. And then you forgive. You forgive it. You're like, okay, I don't know what this is for. And I'm okay with that. Once again, ego always has to know, well, what is this for? Why, why? And, you know, once again, the ego will have you believe they did that to you. You can't forgive them. I mean, you can go ahead and forgive, but don't you dare forget. Well, you know what that means? That means you're still a prisoner of your own mind and of your own making. No one else is making you a prisoner. This is what wholeness is about. Wholeness is about recognizing that you are prisoner to no one. There's no prison that can hold your divine light, because you are, once again, you are in the world, but not of the world. And that's what's so key. We have our mind of heaven, our body on earth. You know, it's just a way to really see, okay, I can have loving thoughts and still be here and project my love, project my light, because it's all about extension. That's what wholeness is. You extend your love. You extend your light. You know, I know for myself and for Laura, we don't get paid to do this, to do these free talks,
Mm-hmm.
but we love it and we extend our light, we extend our joy. Because
Yeah.
even if one of you, just one person, takes one of the ideas that either I have expressed or any of Laura's amazing guests have expressed, then that idea spreads to another, and that's how the wave happens. So many
Mm-hmm.
people want to change the world, but beloved, it's not about you changing the world, it's about you changing your mind about it. And
Yeah.
that's what 2019 is all about. It's all about stepping into the truth of who you are, not making a new mask, but just stepping into the true you,
Mm-hmm.
stepping into your spiritual destiny, stepping into your part in the plan of awakening. And everyone has one.
Yeah.
No one is exempt. No one. Everyone, even the bum on the street,
Mm-hmm.
has a plan in this. Even the rat in the sewer has a part in this. Everything has a part in the plan of awakening. Once again, if you judge it, being with the ego, then yeah, you're going to be like, well, I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know about this. But if you
Mm-hmm.
are in your wholeness, you are not judging anything. You are simply allowing it to be what it is.
Mm.
You will eventually see. I'm not saying it's going to happen instantaneous, but you will see how that one thing or that one person, that one event led
Mm-hmm.
you exactly where you needed to be, in
Yes.
that time.
Mm-hmm. And I love that because so many people are in their heads instead of like their hearts or their truth. And when we're like, I can be super guilty of this too. So like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm better. Like, I can be very in my head sometimes, but when we're in our heads and our inner ego and all that stuff, then we can be like, well, why? Like, why do I feel like I need to do that? Or like questioning things instead of just like going with that flow. And then so many times in my life, I have that like clarity of hindsight to be like, oh my gosh, that's why I felt called to do that thing. And then I met that person when I was there. And then because I met that person, that thing happened and I helped this person. And like, you see all the beautiful, like positive waves from that. And it's like, if I had stayed in my head and been like, well, why do I feel like I need to turn left instead of go right? Like, if that had stopped me, then you don't get the beautiful ripple effects of that experience. So it's really awesome to like notice that shift in difference the more you get out of your head and into your heart and into that flow and like listening to that voice. You get like so many beautiful experiences and then you trust it more and then you do it more and then you're excited for when you're like, ooh, that voice is saying to do this. And then you're like, yes, I need to follow this.
Exactly, exactly. It's just about following it. There's stages according to the Course in Miracles. There are stages of trust, and I was actually reading it, and I thought and this was the very first thought that came to mind. I wonder what stage I'm in. Does it matter? No, I was reading it and I was like, it doesn't matter what stage I'm in. This is
Mhm.
just a context for me to begin to understand
Mhm.
this development of trust. What are some of the things that I may go through? What are some of the things that
Mhm.
may happen? And that's actually really what my workshop that I'm doing with my friend Tammy on January the 12th is really all about. It's
Mhm.
about you stepping into that wholeness. It's about we're going to be talking about going in depth, how to release your plan, going in depth on what is your part in the plan of awakening.
Mhm.
And as you go through that plan of awakening, how can you practically apply it? It's not woo woo. Okay, yes, just that's it. I'm just going to sit here. No, how can you practically apply your part in the plan of awakening?
Yeah.
And, just so much more. And it's going to be, the last time I did an event, I just did it live in person.
Mhm.
And, not a lot of people wanted to come, but they were all out of state. So
Right.
now I'm offering it on Zoom so I can have up to 50 people, joining me, and you don't have to be on the camera. You can just call in. That's the beauty of Zoom. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that aspect. And I can record the whole thing, and you will only be recorded if you speak.
Mhm.
That's it. Your face will only be shown if you speak.
Yes.
And that's what's so beautiful about it. And, Tammy and I are going to have it so open for, Q&A. Be like, okay, here's this topic we just went over. What are your questions? What concerns is the ego bringing up in your mind about this? Because I'm sure a lot of you are hearing this and being like, well, Ron, that all sounds great. Let go, just be free. That sounds wonderful and great. And, I want to tell you how I have actually applied it to my life. So you don't think I'm just sitting here playing lip service, because I will tell you the one thing I do not do is just play lip service, because that doesn't help anybody. It helps 0 people. But if you can see, oh, wow, he's applying it to his life, I can apply it to mine, then that's when I know I'm really doing my job. So one way I have really let go is, and I really didn't have a choice but to let go, was, when I actually started my spiritual business. I am not a business person. I am not a person who does well, like who knows about finance and, this is where this goes and this is the I-9 and 240 and all this craziness. I don't know anything about that, but I was like, I don't know. So I just said, Spirit, every day I had to get up and be like, okay, you're going to have to guide me. You're going to have to lead me. I don't know what to do. And there was one point when I had a mentoring student. And, I have not shared this story before, but I had this mentoring student, and she was just, like every day we were just like deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into stuff. And I finally had to get to the point where I said, you know what? I'm not the teacher for you. And that ego went insane. What do you mean? Now you're a failure. You can't do this. She's going to say all this mean stuff about you, so forth and so on. But what I realized was that was Spirit saying, that's right. You're not the teacher for her. And that's okay. And I had to let go of that. And what do you know? That same woman is actually doing wonderful now. She really did some deep soul searching on her own. And now she's perfectly fine. She's great. She's wonderful. And it had nothing to do with me. And I'm perfectly fine with that. And that's the other part of this is, remember, it's never about you. Ever. If ever I were to be like, oh, well, I'm giving you this reading. No, then you better tell me to get off the phone right now, because I am not doing anything. It is Spirit that flows through, that brings through the information. It's not Ron Schaefer, just like Ron Schaefer isn't speaking now. This is Spirit, and I just let it flow, wherever we go. I mean, look at where we've been. We've been a couple different places, all in the span of like, I don't even know it. Once again, I don't know any concept of time at this point. I'm just like, I don't know.
But it flows beautifully and it feels so great.
Exactly. I'm just like, let's just keep going. Let's just see where it takes us. And, there are beautiful times when Spirit's like, and stop. And then I stop. And then it starts back up again. It's like, okay, and now go, blah, 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 and say all these things. And that's a part of letting go. When I get on the phone with someone, when I get on a Zoom call with someone, I don't know anything. They say, I would like to book a reading. I'm like, okay, great. Let's see what happens. And I just have to trust and surrender to Spirit that it's going to work out. And I'm going to say exactly what needs to be said, when it needs to be said, and how it needs to be said, without me, without Ron Schaefer, the ego, the personality, trying to come in there and put its spin on it.
Yes.
Because the moment that happens, Spirit's not in charge anymore.
And I love that you bring that up, because I feel a lot of light workers and entrepreneurs, like people with those labels, they have either one or the other side of the spectrum where they're like, I need to get more certifications and things and blah, 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 because like I need to be better and better and better and better and better before I ever open my door to start helping one person, even if that one lesson that they learned could immediately help someone that just came into their life. Versus the other extreme is like, I can help everyone all the time, all the things. And like, I love that I've done this show for a year, because I have a year's worth of referrals of incredible experts and people, because I'm like, I'm not your best person for this, but here's a video that you could watch. And if you really like their energy, then you could go reach out to them. And like, there's so many things that are of service of that person that aren't in your head about like, am I doing blah, 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 all these things that your ego could make you think. So I really like that you brought that up, because that can really get in a lot of people's ways, because so many people can help so many people if they just got it in their own way. And they're like, I can help this. like, I've gone through this, I've learned this, I like am whatever that you want to call yourself in this, like certified or whatever. Like, there's so many things that people can help other people with, and they just need to maybe get this message to step up in 2019 and help
Mm-hmm.
that one person that they're feeling called to, or finally put your name out there and be like, I can help people this way. Like, this is what I've had experience with, or my own personal life story, or whatever, because the world needs more loving people who are just here to help.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And that's what it is. It's the joy of extension. When you are in your wholeness, you don't worry about, oh no, someone's going to take my business. You don't worry about that because you know you are whole and complete onto yourself, and you have your own, just as everyone else does, divine flow of abundance. And there's plenty. There's
Yes.
plenty for everyone. Because just like you said, I may not be the teacher for you. Laura may not be the teacher for you,
Yes.
but there's a teacher out there somewhere, because what we have to realize is all of us are teachers and all of us are students. We are helping each other, not even grow. We're helping each other remember our mastery, because we are already masters. You are already perfect. You are just, anytime you go to an inspirational speaker like myself or Laura or anyone else, I can only speak to myself and Laura. I mean, I have my friend Kim and Amanda and
Yes.
a gajillion other people I could talk about. But, right here, right now, this is where we are. And so all we're helping you do is remember who you are. That's it. We're just helping you remember the truth.
Yes.
That you are whole, you are perfect. I'm not doing anything. People are like, oh, Ron, I feel so peaceful when you talk. And, to me, in my mind, ego mind is like, I feel like I'm like, woo, let's go. And, people are like, oh no, like, yeah, you're super energetic, but everything you're saying, it makes me feel really calm. And I'm like, fabulous, but it's not me. It's spirit that flows through me that allows you to feel that. It's not Ron Schaefer. And I know I keep saying, this, but this is what's so important, because we have to all remember that it's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about anyone else.
Yes.
It's simply about allowing spirit to flow through you. You have to be an open vessel to allow that to be. And that means just to be. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting, and whatever thoughts are coming to my mind, I don't know the next thought. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. It just flows out. And that's it. And I just let it.
So beautiful. We'll check into some of the comments and maybe get into that meditation.
Yes.
So, Christy, remembering our mastery. OMG, yes, Ron, awesome. Yes, we are already masters equals. I love that. And lots of people popped on to say hi. So, hey, Pam. I'm totally going to mess up people's names. Thina?
Yes, Miss Thina.
Awesome. Good job. Saying hello, Ron, and hello, Laura. And Bridget, hello, Laura and Ron. Wishing you guys both a very happy new year. Awesome. And Jane shared it out. Wonderful. And Bianca, yay, got to catch us live. And lots of people saying happy new year. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. And yes, earlier when you were going on one of your rants, she was like, yes. I was like, yes, so good. And then Jennifer, hi guys, happy new year. Awesome. So many people sending lots of love, saying hi. Hi, Robin and Colin Guzman and Nicole. All kinds of people popping on live today. Good time.
Yes.
So okay, now I'm going to invite everyone to just take time for yourself. I know that I can be guilty sometimes of like listening to these things in the background. So just give yourself the gift of this beautiful guided meditation. Let go of anything else that you were thinking about. Like, you can really give yourself the gift of just like 5 to 10 minutes to have that stillness that you might need to get that message, to get back into your wholeness, to learn some new truths, to just be inspired. Just give yourself this gift of the openness of this beautiful meditation that Ron's going to lead us through.
Yes. All right. So what I need everyone to do is just take a deep breath in, really filling the diaphragm, just really filling yourself up. Okay. And then we're going to let it out the nose. Okay, we're going to breathe in again through the nose, filling the diaphragm. And then we're going to let it out the nose again. Then we're going to breathe in through the nose again and let it out through the nose again. And again through the nose. And again out through the nose. And one last time in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Now, we ask that you see in the middle of your mind a little ball of light. It does not matter the color, just simply see a ball of light, whatever color comes to mind. And as you see this beautiful light, it envelops your entire mind, and you see on the floor a labyrinth. You begin to step into the labyrinth, and as you take your first step inside, you feel a rush of energy going up your legs, up your whole body. This energy of love, of joy, of peace, precious peace. This part of the labyrinth is your connection to the divine. You are always connected. And as you now turn the corner, the light changes color. Does not matter the color it changes to. This light is to help you to remember that you walk with the divine at all times, even in a physical form. You are in the world, but not of the world. Next, you turn the corner, and this light turns very dark and muddy. For this is where your ego is. This dark idea, this mad idea that you could be separate from the divine, that makes you feel as if you are separate and you must solve every problem yourself. And allow whatever fears to arise, allow them to rise up now. Let all the fear, the anxiety rise. Let it rise up, even if it is uncomfortable. For as you turn the corner, the light changes once again to a bright, vibrant color. This part of the labyrinth is surrender. All those darkened thoughts disappear in this light. For light does not fight the darkness. It dispels the darkness. And just taking a deep breath, allowing yourself to let go of all of those thoughts, all the personality thoughts, the fearful thoughts, the unloving thoughts. Giving your mind, your heart, your body, your business, your life, your money, your relationships, all to the divine. We do not know what anything is for. Let the divine reinterpret it for you. And breathe. Ask to see your life differently. Ask to see everything through the eyes of love. And now we come to the middle of the labyrinth. It is the exact same color you started with. For this is the truth. You are never changed. You are always one and part of the divine. Life is never happening to you. It is happening from you. All things work together for your good, even if you cannot see the good at first. Beloveds, breathe deep, continuing to surrender all your fears, all things you believe you lack, placing your mask now onto the altar of truth, the mask that you wear of the personality, perhaps the mother, the father, the sister, the brother, the nephew, the niece, the entrepreneur, the caretaker, the provider, the victim, the helper, the light worker, the empath, the channeler, the energy healer, the healer. All these different masks, beloved, release them. And now, beloved, see a beautiful golden white light descend down onto the altar. It takes all the masks. And beloved, you are free to be your whole self as you continue to let go of all those things, those thoughts, those beliefs that no longer serve you. You are free. You are forgiven, for you have done nothing wrong in truth. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure to be of service.
And let us know how that was for you guys. That was really beautiful and peaceful for me. And like the colors was really fun too, and the light. I always love seeing lights. It's like my like happiest place is like seeing lights. Awesome. And Bianca says was exactly what I needed to hear. Bless you both. Love and light. Thank you both. You're welcome. Awesome. And then sending infinite love, which you already have. Happy New Year. Beautiful. And earlier, Christy said, my daughter Emily says hi. So, hi, Emily. I love that your daughter's watching us too. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. So, even if you're catching us on the replay, guys, definitely let us know how that was for you. I always love when people share like what they felt or saw or like got any insights for. If you feel comfortable sharing that, definitely feel free to do that. I just still feel like so like almost like buzzing good. Like I feel very, very good right now. I'll ground a little bit and then I'll have more words to say.
Oh, well, beautiful. Well, I'm so glad to be able to be here and to be of service. And, if that resonated with you, if you're ready for more miracles in 2019, first thing I can tell you is forgive. Very first thing, forgive, let go. Number 2, if you're interested in how can you really start to apply the spiritual principles of A Course in Miracles in your life, then feel free to reach out to me. Once again, www.facebook.com/simplyintuitive, all one word. And if you're interested in the retreat, you can reach out to the same place and just reach out to me there.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit more about the retreat, when it is, how long it is, all that stuff?
So the retreat is January the 12th, 2019. It is $20.19. Ha,
Nice.
2019.
I love
that. We wanted to make it very affordable for everyone. You can join it through Zoom. Zoom is a free app that you can download, and it gives me the ability to record the session for us. And then it'll be sent to you. This retreat is really about stepping into wholeness, stepping into the truth of who you are, stepping into your spiritual destiny. That's what this is going to be all about. It's stepping into your wholeness, stepping into that, releasing your agenda, learning how to really ask for guidance, and really learning how to listen for guidance without agenda.
Love it. Very, very cool. I'm so excited that you're doing that. I'm definitely joining, guys. So if you're feeling called to do that, just jump on it. Trust that inner voice. Start your 2019 with trusting that voice. If you're getting that knowing that you need this in your life, so we can go even deeper with Ron on all these beautiful, incredible, different tips and tools that he'll support us with, and have this beautiful gift for yourself kind of things to really start 2019 on an amazing foot. And do you want to let us know in the comments after the show as well how they can find out more about that? Link right to Simply Intuitive so that they can get there super easy and quick?
Yes. Not a problem.
And then lots of people are saying things. So is the retreat available for the UK? So Zoom is totally free and it's online. So it's super easy for you to get that. My mom was involved in Course of Miracles. Very cool, Robin.
Oh, fabulous.
Awesome. And Bridget, thank you so much. Just what I needed right now. Awesome. So glad that came at the right time for you. And Sandy, yes, you can definitely watch the replay. And lots of people saying beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Ron. That was awesome. Beautiful. Thank you. And yes, I really highly encourage you guys to go to the retreat if you're feeling called to that, or just watch the Monday prescriptives. I can speak English. I really love having Ron as a weekly beautiful voice in my head, because he is very sunshiny and just a beautiful soul and has such great wisdom and insight. So I really encourage you to check that out too. If that's calling your name, definitely feel free to just move how you feel called in this beautiful beginning of 2019. Before it even starts, we're telling you what to do. Just whatever you feel called to do, so that you can get whatever truth you need, so that you can step more fully into yourself. So I encourage you guys to do that. If you're feeling called to more episodes of the Love and Light Show, I'll definitely put the link in the comments for YouTube. It's always fun to binge watch healthy things, very healing good things. If you're feeling called to some extra TV time, you can do that in a very healthy way. Or you can join new live episodes every Monday at 1 Atlantic, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific, so you can connect with the different light workers and messages and healing opportunities that might support you on your journey. So I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Thank you again, Ron, for showing up. Thank you guys for showing up to the end. There's still 10 people on at the end. So beautiful. Thank you guys so much for sharing your morning with us.
Thank you. Very grateful for each and every one of you.
Yes, beautiful. Have a wonderful week, you guys. Sending you lots of love. Bye.